amazing people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Patnon. So how you all doing, guys? Hope you're good today and I hope you're doing great. So today, guys, I'll be showing you how to make this very beautiful, stylish and a trending Bubu gown with an YOKE mix. It's going to have a V neckline, yes, and this is the fabric I'm going to be using here today. Okay, so this is an African print. I've gone ahead to fold my fabric already into 4. So I had to make my fold along the yardage, okay, because it's going to be a full length gown, and of course this way I'll be able to get the entire measurement that I need, okay, for the full length, depending on yours anyway. So this is already folded into 4, so I'll go ahead now and start indicating my marking. So first of all, I want to indicate my shoulder width, which is 16 divided by 2/8. That's what I'm working with here. You can see that. Then from that point of the shoulder width, you can now indicate the actual length of the sleeve. Okay, so from there is going to be the length of the sleeve. So here is inclusive of the hemming allowance. So I'm going to be using about 2 or 2.5 inches to hem the edge of the sleeve, and so the remaining is going to be the length. So I'm using the entire fabric here, but if you want yours shorter, then you might have to trim off. So at that very edge now, I'm coming down 1 inch by slope. Can do 1 or 1.5. Then going back to the unfold part, I'm marking 3 inches. So this way I'll connect it to that 1 inches down there, and that will give me what's my slope. Now from that point now, I will indicate what the sleeve opening. Okay, so I want it to be a sleeve opening of about 11 inches. Okay, so this is a cut together sleeve, so I'm coming down by 11 inches there for my sleeve opening. Then I'm going to extend that line, and that is going to serve what as my chest line. So from the very top, I will also indicate my waistline. So I'm marking that as 17 inches. Then the next line is going to be the hip line at 24. I'll mark that down as well. So you can see I'm making a straight line there all the way. The chest line, waistline and hip line. Then I will now indicate the full length of this gown, which is what 56 inches plus the extra what hemming allowance at the lower part. And don't also forget to join your joining at the upper part of the shoulder as well. So that is it. Now from that hem line, I'm going to be moving upward by 15 inches. So this 15 inches is going to serve what as my slit line. So if you look at the thumbnail, you'll see that there's a front slit at the center of the front of the gown. Okay, so this line is my slit line. So remember, 15 inches upward from the hem line. Okay, yes, so I'm just indicating all the markings there, and this is what we have. Now I'll start fixing my body circumference. Now on the chest line, I'm marking the bust circumference. I'm working with 36 divided by 4, and that is 9. Then I'm adding extra 4 inches. So this is inclusive of what the sewing allowance. Remember, it's a bubu and it's meant to be free. Now on the waistline, I'm using 33 inches for this person. So 33 inches divided by 4, and that's about 8.25, but of course plus the extra 4 inches. Now on the hip line is 45 divided by 4, and that is 11.25. So I'm going ahead to make that connection there from the bust to the waist all the way to the hip. Now coming down to the slit line, I'm going to indicate the same hip circumference divided by 4. Remember, it was 11.25. So we have been adding 4 inches extra, but this time around I'll be marking just 2 inches. Okay, so this is for us to create what that penciled effect on the lower part. So you can see the measurement I have from that slit line. I'm taking it all the way down to the what, to the hem line. You can see this. So we're going to be connecting this now to the hip. So for it to give me that more hippie effect, I had to add extra 1 inch to my hip. You can see I'm making that connection again. Added 1 inches to my hip. Then I'll now connect it what to the slit line. So although later on I had to take it off again because I felt it wasn't necessary. Okay, so just take note that this extra 1 inches I added again to the hip, I later removed it. Okay, I just work with the actual hip circumference. Okay, yeah, and so that's it, just creating an armhole effect on the sleeve there, and we're done with the side drafting. Now for the neck measurement, I'll be working with a neck width of 4 and the neck depth of what 3.5. So this one is going to be for the back neckline. Neck width of 4, neck depth of 3.5. While for the front, I'm using what, 7 inches. Okay, and it's going to be what, a V shape. So the back is 3.5 depth, while the front is 7 inches depth, and it's a V shape. And guys, we're done here, so I'll just go ahead and cut this out. So guys, this is the time you hit the subscribe button in case you've not done that yet. Remember to on your notification bell. This way you're able to get notified every time I upload my content on this channel. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Share with your sewing communities, share with your friends. I'll really appreciate this a lot. Okay, thank you so much guys. So I'm going ahead to trim this out. So you can see, so once we're done here, we're done. It's that simple and straightforward. So I'm just trying to indicate what the points where I'm going to hem on my sleeve. Remember I said 2 or 2.5. So I'm just trying to notch it there so it will be easy for hemming. And this is what we have. I'm also notching that slit point there. I need to notch it, okay? And yes, so I'll go ahead now and take this off. So after trimming off my back neckline, then my front neckline. And so now it's time for me to introduce my ashoke. So now remember, our ashoke is going to be more like a facing on the neckline, and it's going to stop what, before the slit line. Before the slit line, okay? So in order for this to appear as that facing, okay, so I had to add this extra piece. Just cut out extra piece that will go, which is the same length with the depth of your sleeves, okay? It mustn't be exactly, but at least 1 or 2 inches, above the depth of your sleeve, okay, which is about 9 inches. So you can see here I've joined it. See the way I joined it, right? So this way now I'll be able to create that facing. So I'll go ahead and fold it into 2 equal parts. So just make sure that you are working with the lower part, that lower part of the ashoke. Just make sure that it aligns very well. You can see I pinned it down. Then after that, I'll now bring what, my front piece. You can see. So all I need to do now is to trace out the neckline and the shoulder. You can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going ahead to use my chalk now to trace it out. Just trace out the neck line there, and also what, the shoulder. You can see what I'm doing now. The shoulder, because of the facing, you can use 3.5 or you can even use 3 inches for the shoulder width, for this facing here. So you can see what we have here now. So all I need to do now is to I'm trying to mark that neck depth line there. You can see. Then from my shoulder, like I said, 3 or 3.5 is okay. You can see I'm indicating it there. Then I'll just extend that line, the line that rhymes with the lower part of my ashoke. I'm just extend it upward to that neck depth. I hope you can see this. All right, so now from that point now, I will now connect it to my shoulder width. I hope you understand. There's nothing difficult here at all. You can see. So this is just to give us the required shape that we need. And this is it, guys. So just go ahead and cut this out. So cutting out the neckline and the shoulders, and this is it, guys. It's that simple. So I'll go ahead now and open this up. You can see. Then we're going to be placing this on the fabric, okay? So bringing my fabric now, this is the front piece. So what I did now was to indicate that slit line. Remember I notched it, so I'm trying to indicate the lines there, and also the center. Okay, remember it's going to have a slit on the lower part, so I'm actually marking a straight line on that centered point there. You can see. So that's going to be my slit line. So that line now is to indicate that my ashoke should not pass that slit line. I hope you understand. So spreading is wide open now. You can go ahead and place out the already cut out ashoke piece. Okay, so just align it, okay, like so. This is it. Once you're done, then you go ahead and top stitch. So this, I'm going to be having an excess at the lower part, which I'll be trimming off later, because like I said, it will not exceed that slit line. Okay, yes, so that's how it's going to be. All I need to do now is just carefully pin it down. Very important, you pin it down, then you fold just a tiny bit of fold at the sides and you top stitch. That's it, guys. So once you're done, then I'll use my fabric facing to turn the neckline. Then I'll also do the same thing for the back. And when I was done, you can see this is what we have. This is the back neckline. I've already done the facing. And for the front, this is what we have. You can see after top stitching my shoke, I also turned out the neckline, and this is what the front piece looks like. You can see what we have here, looking all beautiful already. You can see all the way. Now for the slit, now I'm going to be creating a slit. So that straight line you have at the center, I'm just trying to make it visible. So you can actually just cut through that slit, okay? Or you can decide to widen it. So I decided to widen it a bit by taking off 0.5 inches on both sides. You can see what I'm doing. Then from the where the slit is supposed to stop, I just came down by about 1 inch there. Then I went ahead to connect it. So it's as if we are marking a dot line, okay? Yes, so like I said, you can just cut through the straight line, or you can just do the way I'm doing it, just cutting off 0.5 inches apart, okay? So this is just to widen the slit a little bit, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. And that's it, guys. There's nothing extra here at all. So this is it. So once I'm done cutting this out, all I need to do now is to what, turn this out. Also, I can use a bias to do this. I'm going to be cutting a piece of the fabric to use it to turn it, okay? Or you can decide to hem it, and that will be it. So guys, we're almost done here. You won't believe it. So once I'm done cleaning up the slits, so the next thing now will be what? To join the sides, okay? Yeah, I'm going to be bringing up my back piece. So I'll be placing it over the front piece. Right side what? To right side. Just make sure that everything aligns very well, okay? Once you're done with that, then I'll go ahead what? And start joining the shoulders, okay? Yes, so once I'm done joining the shoulders, then the next thing now is to what? To create the hem of my sleeve. Remember the way we notch either 2 or 2.5, I'll use it to hem the sleeves, okay? And so once that is done, just go ahead and join the sides all the way to the end of the dress, and the same thing for the other side. Then finally you hem the lower part. So I'll start from the front slit, just hem from that point, take it round, then you end what? On the other side of the slit. And that will be it, guys. You won't believe it, we are done. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me, and I hope you find this helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Remember also to on your notification bell, okay? And also don't forget to share with your friends and sewing communities. I'll really appreciate this a whole lot. To all my subscribers, thank you so much. And if you're new here, I also want to say thank you. And don't forget also that aside tailoring, I make fashion accessories that I sell in both wholesales and what, retails. You can reach out to me in case you want. These are maxi padded tote bag. You can see in Ankara form, and this is also in plain fabric form. There's hair bonnets of different styles, different designs, tote bag with DTF printing. If you want it plain, you can have it as well. And different what, fashion accessories. Just reach out to me, okay? And I will have it done for you. Yes, and also to remind you that my DTF printing class what is still ongoing. So you see the end, you see the flyer at the end with all the information. It's a very lucrative one, something you can do to add to what you're already doing. Very lucrative, trust me. And what is a very detailed tutorial, okay? Very detailed class. See you on the next one. Bye.